Hello there. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. If you can't hear this too well, go ahead and turn on captions. Um, Anyways, so dinner monologue video. I haven't done one in at least a few weeks, so I thought I'd go ahead and do another one. So this is actually not very normal at all for me, but I'm having second dinner since I was still feeling kind of hungry. I had dinner, my first dinner, about 4 or 5 hours ago. So, yeah, actually a ravioli, so, which is something I've had, plenty times at home, but it's a little surprised I had it here because I don't remember them having it, or if they have, it's not been all too frequent. Anyways. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. So, trying to think here what I want to say. I don't know. Well, I know I do got some homework stuff. I had to do some editing on paper for class, and then do stuff for my accounting one, right. I could study for any of the two or three tests that I'm going to be having next week, but let's be real, am I actually going to do that? I don't think so. I haven't started studying. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to, but not a very normal thing for me to. Most of the time anyways. Not to say I haven't done it, but yeah, generally it's not really a habit of mine. And that's often because, you guys just one, because I've never really done it, but two, because a lot of times it's like by the time I've already done my homework, I'm already tired. And I really don't feel too great trying to learn, stuff I have to know for school or something when I'm tired and it's that late. So I'm just like, yeah, screw it. These are a little bit cheesier than I thought, but it's nice. Water's really cold. Yeah, sorry, I didn't really have something immediately on mind to talk about. I know I was just a little excited to have the ravioli and chocolate muffins. They had red velvet not muffins. Well, this is what they look like. It doesn't have the. I guess these are cupcakes because it has the stuff on top. It's not the way I normally. I don't know. Whatever they are, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they're not really that much different. Anyways, yeah, they had red velvet muffins, cupcakes, whatever it was, earlier on, topped just like the one I just showed you, and they were really good. They're really good. I really like red velvet. It's one of my favorite flavors, with like cake and cupcakes and muffins and all that good stuff. I was also just thinking, so probably gonna be a while, at least as of the time I'm recording this video. I mean, maybe it's not for anyone watching this in the future, but if I'm showing this to them or they're watching in front of me or something, I have no idea. But I'm actually just like, I'm really curious to see, if or how many people when I go to Australia, are going to watch any of my videos, or what their sort of reactions will be, sort of cultural differences or just funny things that I might say or do that, maybe have a very different context there than they do here. Or I don't know. I mean, maybe, probably be perfectly fine. I'm not really too worried about it. It's more, I'm more interested to see what it's like, for curiosity. Because it's like, just people act differently between different cultures, right? So I just want to see, how people will, how people will react to what I say and, think and all that good stuff. Yeah, so I'm just, I don't know what I'm saying there. I forgot what I was going to say. Right. All right. I am wondering if I will show, I don't know, I keep on looking over my shoulder. I'm wondering if I'm going to show these videos to any new close friends that I might make there. I don't know. I'm just really I'm really looking forward to. There's at least a handful of different things that I'm really excited with these videos for that time period. Especially also just doing normal daily walk videos. I am planning on making a separate daily walk series exclusively for that. Right, so it'll be daily walks. I don't know what I'll title it. I'll be like daily walks, in Australia 2025 or whatever. I don't know. I'll think of something. I'm not too worried. But we shall see. I'm also really curious to see what kind of food I'll be eating most of the time. I know that, well, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, pretty positive on this, not 100% though, that a lot of the meals that I'll be having, it's a self-catered thing, so I'll have to go out, buy my own groceries, make my own meals, which, I don't know. I think I might feel a little bit anxious about, since I'm not used to doing that all the time. I've done that before. Right? I've made my own meals. I've done it, plenty of times, but not like on a normal basis that frequently for that long period of time. But I guess it's good that I am gonna do that. So I can kind of think about. I can have a lot more experience with this kind of stuff, right? And especially when I, finish college and living out my own and all that, right? Helped me a lot with practice of, determining what sort of groceries what I get, and, comparing the prices of different things, or, figuring out exactly what it is that I want to eat and all that good stuff, right? But, I really feel like, regardless of wherever I might go, that, excuse me, a little cheese stuck in my upper mouth here. I feel like there's going to be a lot of things that, right, it's going to be it might feel quite overwhelming or anxiety-inducing for a while, right? It may feel really weird to do a lot of that stuff myself, that I'm not used to, but I think it will be good for me. And now, I know it's easy for me to say this right now because I'm not there. I'm not having to buy all my meals right now. I'm just eating dining meals. Thanks to the people here at my college. Shout out to them. They're awesome. Thank you guys so much for making this food every single day. I really appreciate it. It saves me a lot of stress on that front. And there's a lot of options too. So, really, really grateful for that. But yeah, nonetheless, again, we'll see. Yeah, so I mistakenly thought there was, for this club that I'm part of, the Student Philanthropy Club here, I mistakenly thought that there was these events for it. The special events we have been talking about in our last meeting or two. Yeah, they were this week, and so I was messaging, and I was like, where I'm trying to remember where these things are at exactly, right? Because I just want to make sure I get there on time and be prepared and all that good stuff, right? And then the lady was like, oh, no, that's next week, and I was like, oh. I was like, I was so confused why everyone was saying for the 24th, because I was like, I'm pretty sure tomorrow's the 21st, so I was like, I'm so confused. I don't know. I don't know. My brain didn't figure that out somehow on its own, but it's fine. To be honest, I don't think I've really done that many daily walk. I haven't done nearly as many daily walk videos in the last, I don't know, week or two, something like that. I just wasn't really feeling it on all of these days, and especially I've kind of, and that's partly because I've really been getting more in the habit of just, when I wake up, I'm staying in bed for a little bit, because I'm just like, trying to wake up. So then, I'll look at my phone for a little bit, play a little bit on the chess app, or, watch a few videos, or scroll through Pinterest for, 5-10 minutes or something, right? Or maybe a combination of all three, let's be real. Or something like that. And I'll be, all right, fine, I'll get up. Get out of my bed, even though it feels super comfortable, and I really just want to lay right back down, Or sure, I'll go to, go use the restroom, and I just want to come right back and hop in bed and just sleep for the next 3-4 hours. I know, I really like that. I feel like I'm going to like that even more as I get older. Right, well, yeah, anyways. Yeah, so then do that. And then I'll get up, use the bathroom, take, clean up after myself, get dressed, all the good stuff, right? Prep, last few things real quick, bag, and then, I head on over here, have breakfast, and then I go over to, work or school or BBD or whatever it is that, supposed to do. So yeah, that's kind of how it's been going, but yeah, I'm kind of just trying to get over here a little bit quicker, and especially also because the weather hasn't really been too nice, and sometimes I just don't really know what to say when it's morning, and I'm just trying to wake my mind up, and then sometimes I'm too tired when I'm just going back to the room where I'm just like, I just gotta get back. I'm not really feeling it, so I'm sorry. I haven't done as many of those in the last little bit here. I haven't really thought about it quite as much. I mean, I still have thought about it. Not saying I haven't, but, not quite as much about, although I'm wondering again how, some people close to me, or at least people that know me in real life, sort of react to or think about anything that I say on here. I think sometimes, and I mean, I felt this way for, I don't know, however long it's been, at least a few years, way before I started making videos on here, right? That sometimes I feel like I say super controversial things or really mean things, but then I'm like, oh no, that was only in my head. I didn't actually say that out loud. But then I think, oh, do people really not like me now, or really not, you know, or do they get like pissed off by the stuff I said? Then I'm like, no, I don't really hear people. I actually very rarely hear stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm just like, well, I guess I'm just doing really good about expressing myself in a you know, more mature and polite way. I don't know why you just pull this off and just eat it. I don't know why I was messing with the paper on this wrapping. Or whatever it's called. Also, it's good. It is good. Wow. Could be a little bit more moist, but that's not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see here. Well, so okay, I haven't made like an actual schedule per se with these videos. I don't know if actually I'm going to or not. I thought I was, but I'm kind of thinking at least maybe for a few weeks. I started doing it last week. I'm kind of feeling it again this week. Maybe might do it for the rest of this school year. I don't know. We'll see. The more the model of, well, with like daily walk videos or dinner monologues or anything like that, right? There's not necessarily like specific days for those. But with Minecraft content, most likely going to be worked on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Those are most likely when I'm going to make Minecraft videos and then release them. You know, or maybe I record stuff ahead of time, but then I might just not work on it until then. Not with everything necessarily. I think I've had some you know, exceptions to that, but no. But I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit easier on me. I mean, I like to try to release a lot more stuff Minecraft wise, but the thing is, it takes a while to edit those, and I'm not, you know, it's not taking as long as it used to, you know, and I kind of realized sometimes I kind of just skim through this stuff. I'm just trying to get done a little faster, you know, just to get it out, right, you know, but still, it can still take a little bit of time, at least just to make sure, you know, that, you know, I get, you know, the important moments or transitions or, you know, make sure the music volume is right and all that good stuff. But anyways. You know, one of these days on my, well, I'll say next break, but I guess that's going to be what, summer break? I don't know. We'll see. Well, whatever my next break is, if it's at least a few days long, not just like one or two, right? I'm thinking, you know what? If possible, you know, and I don't know crazy, but I would like to try to maybe. No promises, but I like the idea of trying to make, you know, at least one or two different popular Australian desserts. I don't remember all the names of the ones I saw. I know there was like, I feel like I'm probably completely mispronouncing this or adding an extra letter or something, but it's like pavloni or pavlovi or something. I don't know. Whatever it was. That may not even be remotely at all what I would do. I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to look that up after this video. I'm just going to laugh at myself and be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. But whatever that is. But yeah. I like to try more of this stuff. I like to have, a little bit more knowledge and experience and whatnot. Especially before I go. Not just practical matters. I mean, yes, obviously. But also, other fun things like food. Plus, I mean, I'm going to be staying there for 5 months. I better damn well know what the food is like. Right. Might as well get a head start on eating something remotely like it. But, I don't know. I might, who knows, I might ask this when I go there before anyone watches this video, but in case that's not happened with anyone who I didn't ask this to already, just assuming, thinking ahead of time, whoever you all friends are, if any of you are watching this, or just any Australians in general, do you all eat kangaroo? Do you eat, is it like fried or like barbecue, or I mean, is it Barbie style? I feel weird saying that, because it's Barbie doll. But no, right? Is it Barbie style? Is it I don't know, whatever form it is. What does it taste like? I don't know. Does it taste like chicken or beef or like mutton or pork or something? I don't know. Or it tastes more like fish. I have no idea. Maybe you don't even eat that at all. But yeah, I know. I just think like kangaroos, and I'm like, I mean, or magpies, either one of those. I'm like, holy fuck, these are massive. They're like beasts. I see like pictures of those things, and I hear like stories about it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Would not want to die to one of them. I would not want to encounter too many of those, either of those creatures, because they're crazy. From what I hear, I don't know. Maybe I'll get to confirm for myself when I visit. Maybe I might visit like a zoo or something. Or, I don't know. Possibly might have a trip to the Outback, but I don't know. I don't know if they would do that or not. We'll see. Wait. What I'm wondering. Okay, so I know one thing that I learned a few weeks back, I believe it was, is, okay, so education school system, a lot of the things are very similar between the States and Australia, but obviously there's, quite a few differences. So I just want to go and list a few of these just to show that I already learned a few things. So, one, wear uniforms, right? We don't really do that here. I mean, unless it's a super private school, or if it's, like for the rich or wealthy, or if it's like Catholic or something like that, right? But generally speaking, no. I mean, there is like dress code, and it's a whole big, political, discussion thing on what's acceptable and all that, right? But all back and forth on all that, but yeah. So they wear uniforms there. On top of that, so here we have elementary school, middle school, and then high school, or in some states or places in the U.S., it's junior high and then high school, and junior high is 7th and 8th grade, and then middle school is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So it's a little weird. I thought junior high was an outdated thing, but I don't know, maybe it's still around. I haven't really heard of that. I mean, I've heard my parents say that before, but I was like, yeah, I think that's kind of like an outdated thing, but maybe it's still relevant. Who knows? But yeah, as they say in Australia, so they don't they don't refer to it like that. They say like based on what year you are. So you'd say, for example, year 1 or year 7 or year 12 or something, right? Which I think actually is really simple. It's really concise. You know exactly where they're at. I think that's actually a really good way of doing it. Props to you, Australians. Good thinking. Don't know why we don't do that here. Makes it easy, very simple, very effective. What else? Oh yeah. Yeah, so you all start school in like the end of January to, was it like the middle of the middle or close to the end of December? Was it like a little bit before like Christmas or something like that? So it is year round, sort of, but you know, you get like 2 or 3 weeks off every once in a while. So whereas here we only get like 3 or 4 days off. Or at most maybe like a week or a week and a half or something, right? You know, but all of our breaks are really short except for summer break, right? Because it's for us. After summer, you go back to school, right? Goes to winter, and then you have winter break, you know, for New Year's and all that too. And then you come back in the spring or spring term or whatever. You know, and January till May. Sometime in May. Some places I might actually do it into June, but generally I don't think that's the norm. But I don't. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Anyways. Yeah. What else? I could swear there's at least 1 or 2 other things, but I don't remember exactly what they were. But yeah. Oh yeah, and then let's see here. Oh my god, my brain's getting a little tired here. I don't know what I'm thinking past this point. I don't know how much longer this is gonna stay open in here. Dining hall closes here at 9, and I don't know what time it is exactly. I'm not wearing my watch, and the normal way I check is on my phone, but if I check on here, it ends the video, so I'll just see when I end this. But well, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and it's gonna be a little short. This was probably the least the least philosophically inclined out of the few daily walk videos that I've done a lot of those. Few dinner monologue videos that I've done so far. You know, I didn't really talk particularly philosophically, although I don't know, maybe I did more than I thought, but I doubt it. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, well, that's your problem. Yeah, feel free to dislike the video. I say yes, dislike. This is a dislike now. Not this. This is dislike. Well, you can't see that. This is dislike. If you liked the video, go ahead and, click the button down below. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this sort of content and you want to see more like it. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers before Easter. Although when I'm in Australia, who knows, I might have a very completely different goal by then. I might be like 250 or 500 subscribers. That's really bold. I don't know. Maybe if I'm really successful, who knows? I might, try to jump for 500 subscribers is my next goal. I mean, that would be huge. But Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out and good time.